Hi everyone. In the last sessions, we have discussed about voltage commutated chopper and current commutated chopper circuits. Now coming to the load commutated chopper circuits. Load commutated chopper circuit consists of four thyristors T1, T2, T3, T4, and this T1, T2 has one set of pair and T3, T4 are another set of pair to conduct. If T1, T2 are conducting as main thyristors, then T3, T4 are auxiliary thyristors. If T3, T4 are conducting as main thyristors, then T1, T2 are auxiliary thyristors. This capacitor is commutating component. And this freewheeling diode is connected across the load. The load is RLE load. And we have to assume that thyristors are ideal switches and load current is constant. Now coming to the modes of operation. Here the load commutated chopper circuit operation is having three modes of operation. In the first mode of operation, thyristor T1 and T2 are triggered. Before giving triggering to the thyristors, this capacitor having fully charged with source voltage and its polarities are upper plate is negative and lower plate is positive. Now giving triggering to the thyristors T1 and T2 at T equal to 0. The circuit closes from source to load through T1 capacitor and T2. This immediately when circuit closes, the load voltage appears across the load is V0, that is 2Vs at the instant t equal to 0, because this source voltage and capacitor stored voltage both are appear across the load at the instant t equal to 0, and the load current I0 is flowing through T1 capacitor, T2 and load. This is constant, and this capacitor discharges from positive Vs to 0 and then charges again to minus Vs during this period of 0 to T1. At instant of T1, capacitor fully charged with negative Vs, and during this time interval, V0 linearly decreases from 2Vs to 0. At T1, V0 becomes 0, and the circulating current or capacitor current also you observe that is equal to I0. This is the mode 1 operation from 0 to T1. And coming to the mode 2 operation, if capacitor is charged with minus Vs, then that is slightly more than the supply voltage. So no current passing from T1 and T2 because this voltage is just above the supply voltage. So the stored inductor energy in the load, which is circulating through the freewheeling diode. So freewheeling diode, the current is I0 during mode 2 operation from T1 to T2. And maintaining load current is constant and voltage magnitude is Vs across the capacitor during this period, and during this period load voltage is 0 because of freewheeling, and charging current or circulating current is 0 because of all are open, and voltage across thyristors T3 and T4 is constant, that is Vs. And now coming to the mode 3 operation. In the mode 3 operation, we are giving triggering to the thyristors T3 and T4, and the more capacitor voltage is just above the source voltage. That's why T1, T2 get commutated. That means these are open circuit. Then I0 current passes from source to load through T4 capacitor T3 like this. This you observe the load current is constant, and this capacitor discharges from minus Vs to 0 and then charging during this interval, and the voltage rises at the instant of T2 across the load, that is 2Vs, and it is linearly decreases to 0 up to T3. And the voltage across the thyristors T1 and T2, it follows the capacitor charging voltage from minus Vs to Vs. And again, capacitor gets overcharged, then no circulating current passing in the circuit. That's why the stored inductor energy freewheels here again, and during this interval V0 becomes 0 and capacitor maintains constant current, constant voltage, and load current is constant up to T4. The voltage across the thyristors T1, T2 are Vs. This you observe up to T4. This cycle repeats again. We are giving triggering to the thyristors T1 and T2. This is the operation of load commutated chopper circuit. Now coming to the design considerations of capacitor and inductor. Here we are not using any inductor, so capacitor. Capacitor value will get from the load current I0 equal to C into 2 Vs by T on. C value and T on value. And coming to the load voltage V0. This V0 we are getting from the area of triangle of load voltage. That from the waveform. That is half 2 Vs into T on into total periodicity 1 by T. Then V0 equal to 2 Vs square C into frequency by I0. The circuit turn off time for each thyristor Tc equal to half into T on into capacitance. Tc equal to C into Vs by I0. Now coming to the advantages and disadvantages of load commutated chopper circuit. The advantages of load commutated chopper circuits are it is capable of commutating any amount of current, and another advantage is the chopper circuit consists of no inductor. That's why the cost may be reduced. And one more advantage, it has operates with high frequencies up to kilohertz. The disadvantage is the supply voltage twice. It should be limited. The supply voltage twice that observed in the load voltage that should be limited. And another disadvantage is it does not use for high power applications because of more switching losses. And another one is the freewheeling diode affects twice in the shorter duration of time. And the commutating capacitor has to carry load current at a frequency half the chopping period. And one more disadvantage is if one pair of thyristors should turn on, then only another pair should be turned on. Okay, this is about load commutated chopper circuit. Thank you.